What's good, everyone? It's Weebius again. In this video, I will be talking about my top 10 favorite Johto Pokemon. So let's get into it. So, sitting at number 10, we've got Crowbat. Crowbat's on this list because he is a speed demon. I love his design. Definitely an improvement on his evolution line from Zubat and Golbat. And Koga did wonders with him. And then coming in at number 9, we've got Ampharos. Ampharos is by far like my favorite electric type. I can confidently say he's my favorite electric type. Ampharos is insanely good. As of this point, he is one of, I think, like 2 electric types that have 3 evolutions. The other one being Pikachu and Raichu, as the inclusion of Pichu in this generation. Alright, and then on to number 8, we've got Hoot Hoot and Noctowl. So Noctowl has been one of my favorites for a long time. Mostly due to the fact that it's a bird that learns psychic moves, so what's not to like? And then on to number 7, we've got the Feraligatr line. I love starter Pokemon. In fact, you will see all 3 starters on, I think, every one of my lists for the generations. But the Gen 2 and Gen 1 ones, as well as the Gen 3 and Gen 8 ones, are by far some of my favorites, but they're also the only ones that I've really used in the games. As such, they're basically the only ones that I really know, per se. But moving on to number 6, we've got Mcganium. Mcganium's got a much better design, I think, more pleasing on the eyes. Not as good of a move set, which is a bummer. But all in all, Mcganium is an awesome Pokemon. It's a shame that Feraligatr, Mcganium, nor Typhlosion were included in the Gen 8 games. But that brings me up to number 5, which is Typhlosion. Typhlosion, as most fire type are by far my favorite starter type. I love using fire type starters, but as you would have it, I don't use a whole lot of any of my other starters. I mean, other fire type. I do like certain fire type, like Arcanine and Entei and stuff like that. However, I don't use them. But now moving on to number 4 is Kingdra. Kingdra is by far one of my favorite Pokemon. I don't like Horsey or Seadra as much, mostly because when they were introduced in Gen 1, Horsey was really rare. And as such, I felt it was unfulfilled to only have 1 evolution. It's how I feel with most rare Pokemon is I feel like they should have an evolution or be more powerful. But a lot of them aren't. But with the inclusion of Johto, Seadra does get an evolution into Kingdra, which turns him into one of the few ghost dragon type Pokemon. One of the others being Dragonite. In fact, I think in Gen 2, Dragonite's line and Kingdra are the only dragon type. Which is insane to think that we have so many now. And then moving on to number 3, we've got Lugia. Truthfully, Lugia is by far one of my favorite Pokemon. I love Psychic Pokemon as well. And Legendaries. But Lugia is a Psychic Flying with an amazing move set. Water moves, Psychic moves, Flying moves, Rock moves. All sorts of these other moves. Mixed into one Pokemon, and it's amazing. Ghost moves, because it is a Psychic type, you could actually teach it ghost moves, dark moves, all sorts of shit, and it's amazing. And its design is amazing. I think its wings are weird. They look like hands, but that's fine. It's whatever. And then moving on to number 2. Something I didn't include in my last one with Kanto is a pseudo legendary. Sitting at number 2 for Johto, we've got Tyranitar and his evolution line. I love their design, and the fact that they start off as a rock ground, but then they turn to a rock dark instead, and it's amazing. He is an absolute tank. And I had a Tyranitar that had over 400 HP at level 100, and it was amazing. And then sitting at number 1, we actually have 2 Pokemon. And you guys probably guessed it. I've talked about this evolution line a lot. We've got Espeon and Umbreon. Espeon is by far my favorite evolution. But I couldn't leave him without his buddy, Umbreon. Because he may not be as much of a favorite. But he's still a really big player. And I love collecting both of them. If you guys agree with this list, please comment down below. Tell me which ones you agree with. Tell me which ones you didn't agree with. Tell me which ones you would have replaced instead. And I think that's about it. So please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all probably tomorrow. We're gonna make videos through this weekend. And again, stay safe. It is the weekend. Please do not drink and drive. Drink at home. Drink and call an Uber. And I think that's about it. I'll see y'all tomorrow. See ya.